It is midday, March 20th, 1942. An Allied naval command finds itself on the brink of losing the war in the Pacific. Task Force 22, or more specifically, USS Wasp, finds themselves being hunted by a fast Japanese battleship group. This group, led by the mighty Yamato-class battleship, has managed to get into range to fire some shots off. While Wasp and her escort remain undamaged, their situation is still critical. Task Force 17, with its two new heavy cruisers, HMAS Australia and USS Salt Lake City, are racing to intercept the Yamato. Allied Naval Command has issued a general order to protect Wasp at all costs, even if it means sacrificing other major assets within the Pacific theater. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our War on the Sea campaign here inside the Pacific Theater mod. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this one. It should be an exciting one. We pick up right where we left off at the end of episode 6. USS Wasp is over here on the equator near Sorong, and just behind them is the Yamato and its battle group. This battle group started with, I believe, 9 or 10 ships, and we have managed to sink 2 of them, 1 heavy cruiser and 1 destroyer. But Yamato and 1 other battleship, I believe Congo class, the Miyoko, I believe, they are still threatening our biggest asset in this campaign, which is the Wasp. The Wasp is pretty much useless currently, only 1 Avenger to its name and 15 Wildcats. We do have some hope though, as Task Force 17 is racing to intercept this group as fast as they can, and Task Force 71 is going to try and slip through to Port Moresby. If we can get Wasp away from them, we can resupply, get some planes back, and then go on the offensive and try to get Yamato out of here. Alright, some time has passed. Quite a bit of time, actually. We are almost to day 28. All 3 of our task forces have met up over here. Task Force 22 is providing air cover for 71 as we close in on these air bases. 17 is entering Guadalcanal and was on its way to come and protect over here. And it looks like this could be the Yamato group. 2 battleships, 1 super battleship, 10 ships. Although they do have air coverage, so it could not be the Yamato group. I'm not sure. There is unfortunately nothing we can do. We have no planes. If I see this plane go, I'll send my Beauforts. I mean, we can do that, but that's about all I have. This is at the very extent of their range. Let's see if we pick them up crossing Milne Bay. They could be going for Port Moresby. It looks like they have air escort again. Okay, it's telling me they're right about here. Yep. We're going to go to tactical and see if we are on these guys here in a second. That air escort's going away. Let's go to tactical. Let's see if we're on them. Alright, weather is quite bad, but we did end up getting them here. They are behind us. Yep, there they are. We have 3 torpedoes, and we are definitely going to use them. Let's get out of range here. This does appear to be the same group. I see 8 ships. This heavy cruiser seems new. So they may have gone up to truck and resupplied a little bit. Let's go ahead and turn around. Thinking we hit this battleship. It's not very well defended. I think that's just the easiest target. So let's go for it. Echelon left. Beauforts will get lined up. I believe we're after target 3. Yes. Target 3. They have air coverage. Oh no. They're coming down to our level. We might make a good pass. We might make it to this battleship before they take any of us out. I wish these things were faster. But we will sacrifice these 3 if we have to. We're going to lose 1. We're going to probably lose 2. Yep. Only 1 torpedo. You know what? I don't know if it dropped. I don't know if we got the torpedo off. We did. There it is. It's not gonna hit. This is way behind. I will watch this torpedo and see if it hits anything. Alright, you can just barely make out the torpedo right there, right above my cursor. It's going from right to left on your screen. I don't think it's going to hit anything. I doubt it has the range to hit these guys. You can see it a little better right there. Maybe it can hit this one, but we'll wait and see. Alright, so I may have been wrong. If this torpedo just holds on just a little bit longer, we will hit this heavy cruiser. And the strike was not completely in vain. One torpedo does hit this cruiser. Not very good. I believe this is the Tone class heavy cruisers, if I'm not mistaken. And I'll take it. We definitely weakened this guy a little bit. No fire started, so we're going to go ahead and get out of here and see what kind of damage we did. Minor damage, moderate flooding. We will take it. We lost 3 boat ports. Alright, so we know last known position is roughly here. We will have to be extremely careful with the rest of our fleet. We do have a pretty rough looking storm that has moved in as well. And yes, they are. They are going for Port Moresby, I believe. This is not good. Well, they have hit us where it hurts the most. Port Moresby was our level 3 port, and we really needed that in order to replenish Wasp. I'm starting to think that Wasp might just have to return home to Midway. It might be the safer play. It looks like they're going to exit to the west. I don't think it's going to take 2,000 supply, 200 engineering, and 200 fuel. And we only have, yeah, we're just barely over 100 engineering, 100 fuel, maybe 2,000 supply. With what's on the island, we would have over 2,000 supply, but we need a level 3 port. So, unfortunately, I think that strike is going to force us to send Wasp home to replenish her air wing. It's our only option. We will have to get more engineering and supply down here to rebuild Port Moresby. At the very least, we can replenish our Air Force down here. For the time being, we are going to patrol Port Moresby with Task Force 17, and they took out the airfield here. Alright, some time has gone. The Yamato Task Force has left. We've received our 40 command points, and here we are. Task Force 71 moving in on Milne Bay. 17 is protecting Port Moresby, and Task Force 22 is already about halfway back to Midway. I decided that I want to do every 30 days. I want to do just an update on the war as a whole. So we're going to hop in here. We're going to take a look at our dockyard. Obviously, you guys are pretty acquainted with the ships we have at sea. You guys see a lot of them. So we're not going to go over that. We're not going to go over locations. But we are going to take a look at the dockyard. So we are 1 day away from Renown returning. Renown will probably come down with Task Force 22 and join back up with 17. Java is 2 weeks out. Centaur is 2 days, and our Type C2 merchant is just over a week. I wanted to take a look at our losses as well and just see how we're stacking up against the Japanese here. So for our losses, we have lost 1 York heavy cruiser, an oiler, the Macaulay, 2 Van Gallen destroyers, for a total of 5 ships and 22,000 tons. We've also lost 79 aircraft within this first 30 days. Now let's take a look at the damage we have inflicted to the Japanese. Alright, now we jump over to the Japanese losses. Taking a look, we have the 2 submarines we got at the beginning of the playthrough. We have the Riho light carrier, a merchant, a couple of destroyers, the Kaga carrier, another destroyer, and then most recently the Miyoko heavy cruiser. So with that, that brings us to a total of 10 ships, 77,000 tons. So we have done double the ships and about over triple the tonnage. We have also taken out 67 aircraft. The aircraft number was a lot more skewed towards Japan until Wasp took out, 48 planes in the last episode with her Wildcats. So that definitely helped bring that number a little closer to even. So in terms of pound for pound, I'd say we are winning the fight, but strategically we are in a pretty dire situation currently. Getting Renown back will definitely help, and we will be able to bring some more ships down as well with this 41 command points. So we aren't in the worst spot anymore now that Wasp has escaped, but we're still not in a great spot. But anyway, I just wanted to go over the month with you guys. Let's go ahead and get moving again. Alright, we have dropped off some supplies at Milne Bay. A little bit of supply, some fuel and engineering, and we will start to get our air wing back up over here. And we are going to drop off the rest of it. Not all of it completely, but pretty much most of it over here at Port Moresby. And we will drop off a little bit at Horn Island to keep these guys going. Now, if you also saw that pop up, you will know that 70 command points that we just got means that our super battleship friend, HMS Renown, is back in action. So we are going to get her up and running. I am also going to get a couple other ships. We'll see what we can do with that 41 command points we had, and I will return. Alright, so we went ahead. We have Task Force 4 here. We'll join up with 17 soon. We have Renown. We went ahead and got our second County class heavy cruiser. We also recently gained access to the Enterprise and Emerald class light cruisers, so we went ahead and picked up Enterprise. They're pretty similar in terms of capabilities and everything. I just like Enterprise more as a name. And we went ahead and also grabbed this, what is this, an E-class, I believe. Yes, E-class destroyer. We grabbed Jupiter. And these 4 ships will join Task Force 17. This will bring this task force to considerable strength with 1 battleship, 3 heavy cruisers, 3 light cruisers, and 2 destroyers. I'm not saying we can go toe-to-toe with Yamato still, but we could at least give them a run for their money, and I will feel a whole lot more comfortable in that fight than Yamato versus this squishy Task Force 22. So we are going to get these guys racing down south. We might fill them up with some cargo. I'm not sure if we can really bring a whole lot. Not really. But I feel like we have to at least bring supply when we can. We need to take advantage of every trip down here, as they are quite lengthy endeavors. So Task Force 17 just has to hold out long enough until these guys make it down. And with our replenishing air wings, we just might be able to make it happen. Alright, Task Force 71 has landed. We're going to go ahead and give all the troops and supply. We are also going to give pretty much the rest of our oil and engineering. We're going to move a little bit over. We will move a little bit over here to Horn Island, but seeing as how Horn Island really hasn't gotten any action this entire playthrough thus far, I'm not too worried about keeping them supplied, but I think Port Moresby and, more importantly, Milne Bay has some better striking aircraft. We got to keep these guys supplied. We also just got 5 command points. I don't remember what ship was that we got 5 command points for. Our 5 command points were for the Centaur class merchant. I will go ahead and just get one. And we are going to have the Centaur run some stuff to Wake for us. In the meantime, we will get some engineering down here so we can finally get an airfield running. She will be unprotected, but there's really not much I can do about it. She's just going to have to make do and hope that we don't run into anything. And Task Force 22 has made it back, and rearming ships did not work. What? Alright, so the rearming was not working, so I went ahead and sent Wasp away. It's going to take 3 days to quote-unquote repair. All they're doing is replenishing that air wing. I'm just going to leave Task Force 22 at Midway for now. I could send a destroyer with Centaur, but... Alright, Task Force 71 has gone ahead and unloaded all of its cargo. 10 engineering, 16 fuel. It's not going to add up to crazy numbers. Or it's not going to add up correctly, but... Like I said, I'm not too worried about keeping Horn Island replenished. We are going to go ahead and get Task Force 71 heading home. 367 hours. Woo. Will be a fun journey. Hopefully they make it safe. Alright, 110 command points have returned, which is good. That means Wasp is back. So let's go ahead and bring Wasp back into action. Alright, Task Force 22 is back. Wasp is completely replenished, thank goodness. And we are going to race them back down south. Get back in the fight here. We'll have to do a little better job of protecting our air assets, though. Alright. Encounter Task Force 4. Our temporary task force has been caught by some planes here. Let's take a look, see what we got. It'd be a shame Renown comes back and immediately gets struck again. Alright, we are back in. It has been a long while. Good to see you, HMS Renown. Now that I'm in the tactical menu here, it is really hard to see how Renown is supposed to square up with the Yamato. It's going to be an interesting fight, that is for sure. Looks like just 4 planes, thank goodness. They are going to high altitude bomb us. We're going to increase speed and start turning into them here. Let's see if we can throw off their aim. This is our first look at this class. What was this one? County class heavy cruiser. First good look. Good ship. Enterprise. This is our first look at her and our first look at these E-class destroyers, which also look really good. Alright, let's take a look. They are closing in on Renown. We've made it a little bit harder to hit us, I hope. We're going to go ahead and straighten out. Their bombs are definitely away already, so we might take some hits here. And they all missed. Perfect. We just have to worry about this last one here. Oh, just dropped. Let's hope he's off by a little bit. No hits, no hits, no hits. And they went long. Perfect. I guess one of those bombs was close enough to do some damage to Renown. We'll get this little piece repaired, and then we will get out of here. Alright, here we are after action report. No aircraft shot down. No damage done to us. Renown got that repaired and is good to go. Barely a scratch. Let's continue on. More bombers. We have not seen them intercept us out here for a while. I wonder what I did differently. That's having them catch us here. Let's go ahead and see. More this time. There's 9 of them. Looks like torpedo bombers this time. From the looks of it. We are going to increase speed. And hopefully we can avoid getting hit by these torpedoes. Alright, so we have 3 high altitude bombers coming in. And 6 torpedo bombers. We're going to let the high alt bombers do their thing. And then we will start evasive maneuvers for the torpedo bombers. Alright, these bombers are moving in. They only have 1 bomb each. Hopefully we can avoid the strike. I'm going to go ahead and let's go and turn hard to starboard actually. We have to start turning for these torpedoes. We are going to turn hard starboard for all of them. Renown did get hit by a bomb. Minor damage. Please turn. Torpedoes are in the water. And I think Renown is going to take this torpedo on the nose, unfortunately. This battleship can just not catch a break. Yep. Man, we just cannot catch a break with this battleship at all. And those look good as well, actually. Not sure we thread the needle. It's going to be extremely close. Another torpedo into Renown. We're going to get these fires dealt with. We'll take a look at her stats at the end here to see if this is something we can endure. These two are black. So we're going to have 2 compartments flooded. Oh, there are more planes coming in. I did not see these guys. Oh, are these... I don't even know who these... Are these the original 4? Are they coming in to do a street run? I think they are. I need to get everyone moving again. These planes are all damaged. Maybe we can take some of them out. We're going in on Renown again. They are strafing. I don't know. Tripled our funnel. And a kamikaze pilot has gone straight into Canberra. We need to slow to 6 knots. We have some serious fires. And we have a busted funnel as well as our aircraft launcher. We get these fires put out immediately. Well, with our funnel busted and 2 compartments flooded, Renown has a max speed of, it looks like, 18 knots in fair weather, which is not very quick at all. These fires, I don't think they're spreading. Go ahead, I'll stop. Let's see if we can at least get Canberra out of this mess. If we can get out of this with no flooding, even with weakened armor, I will still send Canberra into the theater, but I think Renown might have to go back home again for more repairs. 66% speed. I don't know if I can justify that. Alright, these fires are being handled. Alright, repairs on Canberra went fine. We have no damage, no flooding, and everything is at 100%, so I think she will continue on. As for Renown, I believe we have another decision to make. I might leave it up to you guys. Let me know. We are going to go ahead and get out of here after action report. We did shoot down 9 aircraft, which is pretty good. Moderate damage, minor flooding on Renown, but keep in mind she is moving at 66% max speed. About 18 knots, I believe, was her max speed in decent weather. So rough weather, we have seen a couple times rough weather down here. She will be a sitting duck pretty much. Alright, I think this is where we are going to leave this episode. Not quite what I was expecting in terms of what was going to happen. I really expected a massive showdown where we were going to sacrifice the rest of our fleet to save Wasp, and it didn't happen, thank goodness. And the Japanese kind of backed off after Yamato came through and bombed Port Moresby. We are on day 35. We just received our command points. So, pretty laid back episode, actually. Not at all what I was expecting. Wasp escaped. They are coming back. The Centaur is going to drop off some stuff here at Wake. We will finally have an airfield. As for Task Force 4, more specifically Renown, let me know what you guys think. Should we send her back once again for repairs, or do we let her back into the theater to help protect Port Moresby and Milne Bay? Let me know what you guys think in terms of Renown's fate. Do we send her back? Do we let her continue on? If you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe. Comment if you guys want to. I enjoy having conversations with you guys in the comments. Continue to hit me with some fun World War II facts, or just history facts in general. If you want to whip out a, I don't know, random history fact from the time of Caesar, do it. I am into it. Let's do it. With that all said, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.